have, and this brand definitely has. So we did a jump start, and we have already placed over 2,700 orders in the show. That is over 32,000. I mean, it sounds like a today's special value. It really does. And frankly, the price could be, because these are $91. And before you say, oh, they're tights for $91, they are the tights that you wear again and again and again, and you don't have to throw them out because you're not going to get those so annoying rips in them because they are rip resistant. I love, though, and you're going to meet Catherine, who is the founder, who loves to say she wanted to create nearly indestructible tights. Okay, so I've never before ever seen anybody take 20, I don't even know if I can physically lift this, 20 pounds. These are 10 pounds each, and put them in your tights, and they're not ripping. It's that level. So believe it, but you have holiday returns. Don't even trust me. This brand is like blowing up outside of QVC because everyone's like, oh my gosh, I don't need to get 17 pairs of tights in 1 year. If I can just get a few pairs that I can wash and wear that don't rip.
For years.
For years.
For years to come.
So
I'm getting all three.
Here's how you choose. We started with 50,000 total. You can choose the Super Sheer, 7,200, the Sheer, 2,400, and the Semi-Opaque is the most popular. We have 7,000 available.
Do you remember what you wore the night I was, like, it's, okay, do the size chart and then I have to say something.
So as we look at the size chart, and you go by weight, extra small to 3X, don't stress it because you have until the end of January to send it back. Just go with what you feel would be best. Like for me, if I'm in between, I'm gonna go to the size up because I wanna make sure I have room to pull them up and feel comfortable. But I actually kicked off the launch of this brand. Catherine, come on out and join us.
Hi, Catherine.
And do all the cool things you do.
Thanks to you.
Oh yeah, I can't take credit. Look, and I was actually filling in for Sean that day, and I was just lucky to be there. But you know, I love that all the demos you do and everything because, and in that show you had a dotted option and you had
and we had just the sheer. So
the sheer. So that's what I had on the night.
The different options.
So the story is, you know, Court and I've known each other and been besties for so long, and I was look at this. I was on the getting ready to go on the air,
these are.
and I was watching Courtney with Valerie Carr-Hill, and she had this beautiful blouse and she had a beautiful skirt on. But my you sat down and Valerie was playing the piano, and my eye went to how great her legs looked in the, and I'm like, I didn't know that we were selling them at the time, but it instantly took the outfit and sent it someplace else. And so I think that that's even another benefit, is that you're going to just stand out in a crowd in these.
Yeah. And when I started working on this, I honestly didn't think we'd be able to get tights that were really strong and still look and felt like tights. Yeah. But these are comfortable.
Yeah,
they're
what's the material? Describe this.
Yeah.
This is so cool. So these aren't your average tights, obviously.
No.
How did you create them?
And I'll show you here. So this is just like a normal, regular pair of tights. You'll see this has already gone through a few different demos here. But look, this is my nails and a regular pair of tights. Bam. This is regular nylon, regular spandex, nothing special about it. But then you have our polymer. This is a polymer that's usually used in tactical equipment, in climbing equipment. Never before in apparel, let alone tights. And now look at that.
Wow.
I can go at these and I am not getting
Not that you would ever do
through.
that. You know, it's so sad. You know how I've ripped most of my tights, and I even love trouser socks, pulling them on. Yeah. I'm like, I was like gently pulling them on, and they ripped, and maybe I spent 20 bucks on those, but they're gone.
Exactly. And you walk around, maybe you have nail polish in your bag in case there's a run, maybe you have an extra pair. But with these, honestly, you're just gonna put them on. You're not gonna have to worry. You're just yanking these on going to the bathroom, whatever it is that you have to do.
If you are a young mom, this is great because that's how your kids grab onto you. So like their little hands go up.
I have a 7-month-old.
There you go. 7 to 7.
How about Luna? Puppy paws.
When your little one starts walking, grabbing onto the leg, I'm holding 20 pounds of weight. And honestly, we've done that about 20 times.
It's unbelievable. It really is.
Honestly, that has gone through many QVC shows, and it's holding up.
Like, this is why they're $91 outside of QVC. It's because once you buy them, they're in your wardrobe to stay. It's like getting a great pair of shoes, you know? And we're talking about tights. If you want the Ultra Sheer or the Super Sheer,
Super Sheer.
We started with 50,000. Super Sheer, we have 7,000. That's nothing considering the amount of orders, but we still have all sizes, which is really great. If you want, 3X is almost gone. If you want the sheer, which is a little
what
more
I'm wearing.
opaque.
Yes, and we can go to a lineup after as well and just show you all the different. But I'm wearing the
2,400 remain.
Only 2,400. Oh my gosh.
Medium and large are gone.
Girl, you've been popular.
This is the semi-opaque.
And
We have 6,700 left.
And all of these products, we have our own factory. This is patented technology.
Yeah.
We make everything ourselves in Canada. So you have a team back in Canada watching the show right now. that is
yay!
just making the product, packing the product, and is so excited
that's
about
so
it.
look at 'em all.
Are you
Yeah.
Toronto-based or?
We're in Montreal,
In
actually.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Oh, this très bien. All right, you guys are going to do a little lineup.
Yeah.
By the way, we also have to talk about how great the top is when you guys
And
are done.
I've got
Yeah.
a pair
'Cause
here to
it's
the show.
so
Yeah.
good. Okay.
So this will line up. So I am in the sheer. I like to wear kind of a size down sometimes so I get an extra little sheer look, but you can also go a size up and you'll get a little bit more opaque. So we have Pam here in the super sheer, me in the sheer, and then we have the semi-opaque over there. So if you want it to be a little more sheer, go on a smaller size. If you want it to be nice and roomy, just like Courtney was saying, just go a little bit of a size up.
And Courtney and I have them on. I'm just going to
I
put
have
this
the
up.
semi-opaque on tonight.
Oh no, we've been wearing it under our
Awesome.
pants. So, and I'm wearing a dress at midnight because I'm kicking off something that we haven't seen in 5.5 years. But they make your legs look beautiful.
Well, and like
They
you were
really
saying
do.
about the top, when we started doing this,
You don't
I
have to shave.
realized
Honey, let me tell you. I wore a uniform in high school, and starting in October, I wore tights every single day because I'm
and
like,
it just gives you that polish. And when you can have that polish, but also not have to worry that you can stomp
Yeah.
and you can move, and these are not going to rip.
You know what I think it is?
That's the confidence.
Jane loves, like, I feel when I think of the fashion you love, I think of like retro. I also think of Parisian and very like
elegant.
very elegant,
Yeah.
which is very in now. You know, like
Yeah.
it's all about ballet flats and tights and like that elegant sort of moment that we're having. But it is quite annoying when you make that investment and then you can't even wear it once. And then now you're like, I loved my look, and now I'm self-conscious about a run the whole night.
Exactly. Like you tried to get dressed up, be really polished,
Yeah.
and you see people walking around all the time. You're like, oh, she looks great. Oh, there's a run all the way down the leg.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just wanted to show, if you can look over here, this is the beautiful yoga style waistband. So
Yeah,
it has
it's so
tons of
comfortable.
stretch. And it
And it feels like
roll.
supportive. It feels like a little hug.
You don't feel like you have to rip this off the end of the day. And you might be looking at this being like, what in the world is that green line? That is so that when this ends up in your drawer with a whole bunch of other tights, you know which one is the strong one.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, was
hilarious.
this one not strong?
my advice is get rid of everything else
Yeah.
and just stay here with Sheertex.
So here's what we have remaining. We're so busy. We had 4,000 in the show alone. We brought in 50,000. If you want super sheer,
Wow.
we have 6,800, all sizes available. And you don't have to worry about the super sheer.
Yeah.
Like a lot of
Exactly.
times people stay away from that because they're worried about it running.
And you know what else have you?
Wear a boot with a super sheer.
Yeah.
You never wear boot with super sheer.
No, because normally with a super sheer,
Right.
any kind of sheer, the zipper or the
It's so
cuff
right. The
would
zipper
go
or the
Yeah,
yeah,
that's so smart.
true. If you want sheer, which is that medium, we have 2,100 left. That's not enough. Medium, large, and 3X are now gone. And if you want the semi-opaque, which I do think is very holiday ready, we have 6,400. Almost like the velvet vibes.
Right.
3X is now gone.
And-
Here's the size chart.
And when you're done, I'm going to ask Pam a quick question.
And as you take a look, I wouldn't stress, because you were saying even if you're in between, like you may
Exactly.
want like to customize it. I want it a little more opaque. I want it a little more
Exactly.
sheer.
Yeah.
But there it is.
So I was going to say to Pam, one of the reasons why I've often stayed away from the super sheer is because the hand of it, the feel of it next to your body is a little bit like gross, like nails on the blackboard. Do you know what I mean? Like, right? I'm not wrong. This feels so soft. And let's also think about it. No, I mean, we have them on under our jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wear them under jeans for a little bit more warmth,
For
right?
warmth, they're super
I
versatile.
mean, you're from
Some people wear
Montreal.
them
Well,
on planes
the
as
big ice
well.
thing you guys do in Montreal,
Oh
right?
yeah, well, Canadians know about needing some tights. In
Yeah.
but
yeah, and you know what? I think it's like, I feel itchy in some tights, and
what I mean.
especially if they're
The
under a
hand.
jean. Oh my gosh, we would be
Yeah.
like, get me.
No.
It's like weird. They're so comfortable. I guess
Exactly.
it's like the material that you use.
Yeah, so the material is super soft. This was very important to me because I'm just like you. I don't like itchy things on my skin. So I wanted it to actually feel just as good, if not better, than regular tights. I've also historically had the problem of tights rolling down so
Yeah,
that
that's
it
fun.
actually, like the center goes down to my knees. You don't have that problem in these tights. They stay exactly where you want
I'm
them.
going to be sore tomorrow morning from lifting 20 pounds over
Yeah,
and over
look
and
at
over
these
again.
tests, And again, don't worry about putting these on in the morning.
And they're
You are
blowing
gonna-
out at retail at 91. I mean, I should
Yeah.
say that, like, if you
Yep.
have a young person on your list, I mean, it's for all ages,
Yep.
but they're gonna know, like, they'll be like, oh my gosh, Sheertex, everyone's
Yeah.
talking about it. Like, I saw you were like in the Wall Street Journal. So
They're-
super sheer, sheer, and semi-opaque.
Yep.
Give them as a gift.
Exactly, and of course getting this crazy QVC price.
Yeah, we love the crazy. This is why we shop
If
here.
you got all
Thank
three,
you, Catherine.
it's under
Thank you.
$24 a month on Easy Pay.
Yeah, and you basically paid the price of
Right.
one anywhere else.
And if you're like, what is that dress that Jackie Jane is wearing? Well, I can tell you it's coming up next. So I'm wearing the Today